Hi, my name's Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and today I want to ask the question, who really owns PSE? Now, PSE was sold last week to the Heritage Outdoor Group. The CEO's name is Zach Gleason. Now, here's a picture of Zach shooting a Bowtech. And Bowtech make fantastic bows. They've got the adjustable grips, the cam technology. It's a brilliant bow. But I asked myself a question, why would a person who loves Bowtech buy PSE? It makes no sense to me. There's lots of things that didn't make sense to me about it. So I've sort of asking questions. Maybe Zach wants to build Bowtechs at PSE. So maybe he wants to build PSEs with adjustable grips and different tuning technology. Be perfectly acceptable, and everyone's wanted an adjustable grip for a PSE for a long time. But let's just look at this. So I raised questions before whether Zach would have the money. And I don't know Zach, who he is, but I looked at his work profile and I'm like, it just doesn't look like a person who wants to buy PSE. So, and again, this is just my theories and it's just me throwing stuff up in the air. I could be completely wrong. Zach might be a multi-millionaire and just wants a toy archery business on the side because it's his hobby. But it's not what I would think. I think the reason why you buy PSE is because you want to expand it and you've had success before with companies and you want to do the same with this. And maybe you want to take PSE public, which means listed on the share market. So it got me thinking, who would Zach, because Zach clearly knows someone, who would have the money and who is committed to PSE? Now, I don't know the answer because I can't find anything in the company profile about who owns the company, and no one really knows. But then I got thinking, well, let's just try digging, because clearly the owner, the person who would put money into this, would love PSE. They would have thought PSE is the bee's knees of bow companies. It's the best. It's what I shoot. Love the brand. That's what I would have thought, right? Because you would be committed, passionate about the product. You'd be looking forward to where it's going, and you'd see PSE as being the benchmark brand for archery and growing the industry, and that's what you would have think. And you would have had plenty of money, and this would be something you might see that you can make money on. Something you can expand, and you would have done it before to make money. And this brings up Evan, shooting a PSE Levitate, arguably one of the best bows ever produced. It's clearly a very smooth bow, very adjustable, very lightweight, and you can argue the best carbon bow made. And I'm sure with Evan, who would have plenty of money, he thinks this is the best bow ever made. Now I'm going to raise the question, would Evan buy PSE? I think he probably would. I think he absolutely would. He's clearly in the outdoors. He's listed a company, would have made plenty of money listing the company on the share market. So he knows how to list companies, he knows how to grow companies, he knows how to promote companies. Now, I'm not going to say Evan's going to be there in the front office of PSE, because I don't think it would be. I think he'd be busy with his other company that he runs. But I think he would know the steps that you need to make this successful. So I think the person behind the purchase is Evan. That's my theory. And again, I could be completely wrong. It's my theory on the person who actually owns PSE. And I think he's going to let PSE run itself. I think he's probably going to inject money into the company and see how he can grow it. And this raises the other question, because the Heritage Outdoor Group has also said they're going to acquire other brands. And on their website, they've got stuff about stealth bow. And I'm like, guess what? That's like the bow that Evan shoots. So I think they would actually look at trying to add brands into this portfolio as a brand that they could list on the share market, as a company that is profitable in its own right. In which case PSE would be the cornerstone of that brand, pushing it forward into the future into the outdoor space. So if my theory is correct, the people at PSE would be feeling pretty happy because there's a person there with plenty of money, plenty of experience about growing companies, listing companies, had success before, and it means their jobs are going to be pretty much intact as long as PSE is successful, as long as it's going in the right direction. So that's my theory. So my theory is that the owner is Evan, and Zach is the front man for it. Now Zach has clearly run things before. He clearly knows Evan. So I don't know how hands-on he would be because he's in a different state. I don't know if he's moving or what. He's an IT guy. He is an IT guy, Zach. The IT systems at PSE, in my view, are dated, like 1970s dated, and I don't think it would have been upgraded since. So they clearly need some upgrading. And it's not that they don't work, because they clearly do work. They clearly work, and it's a good system, which is why it's never been upgraded. But I could see that thing being upgraded. And I'm not sure Zach's the person to do it or whether he'd just employ people. But this is my theory. Now, I'm going to say some things about this. I think as far as Evan's concerned, you should be telling Zach that he needs to be shooting a PSE. It's a bad look when the CEO is shooting a different brand to the company that he owns. It's a bad, bad look. It's like the worst look. It's like saying, hey, I'm a Hoyt shooter, but I prefer PSE. Bad look. In my view, but Zach, you can keep shooting your Bowtech if you like, because you're the CEO of the company. You can do whatever you like. I'm just saying it's a bad look. Anyway, so my theory is that Evan owns the company. Zach he would have known Zach through his affiliation with Black Rifle. They would have come together, built a little group, and are committed to injecting money in and setting up PSE as a company to move forward to in the future. Now, what that looks like, I have no idea because they haven't really released what it's going to look like, and how they grow the brand and how they grow archery. But it's interesting, and it'd be interesting about what other products they acquire to grow the outdoor heritage brand. So you can either list it or sell it as a private equity concern. Anyway, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Drop notes below to see if you think my theory is correct or whether you have a better theory. I haven't actually seen Evan put up as a potential owner of PSE. I was just like, Zach must know someone, and that someone will shoot PSE. And there he is, the man with the money shooting a PSE, and arguably one of the best bows made. And Evan clearly thinks it's the best bow made because he shoots it. So I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Thanks for watching.